Called myself trying to go surprise my daughter at school today. I present all the proper, identification and everything. But they go get my daughter. She come in, she don't see me. She go in the office with the little lady. So the little lady come back out, Hey, she don't want to see you. It's all right, fuck it. So, me as the type of father that I am, it hurt like a motherfucker, but hey, man, fuck it. Sherika Smith, you win. I give up. I pay my child support. You can keep all to yourself. That's what you wanted anyway, right? So you keep all to yourself. I don't want no trouble. I'm not finna kiss nobody's ass to be no father. I'm not finna kiss no mother's ass to be no father, child, none of that shit. I'm cool. Zakari and Dorville, y'all got my full attention. Love you, Zanaya. It's your daddy.
Okay, Shalom. Okay, first and foremost, I would like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, and double honors and respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth, as well as much respect and honors to the brothers that are pushing this truth and sincerity across the four winds of this earth and risking their lives and freedom to do so. I would also like to give much honors and respect to the brothers and sisters that are of the hopeful elect, that are doing their very best to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High to the best of their abilities. Shalom. As you saw in this short video right here, you have this Jake, and he's basically, explaining or talking about a situation that he's going through, okay, between his child and his child's mother, okay. Now, according to the Jake, he went to see his child. He went to surprise his child at her school. Okay, and then one of the school administrators, came out and told the Jake, that the child didn't want to see him. Okay. Now, the Jake said that hurt his feelings, and I totally get it, because it would hurt my feelings as well. Okay, I'm pretty sure that would hurt any man's feelings, that's trying to be involved in his child's life. Okay, for that child to, to turn around and say that, that he or she doesn't want to see their dad, that would hurt any man. Okay, again, especially if you have a man that's trying to be there, that's trying to be involved in his child's life, and this is more than likely, due to the fact that this Jake is probably more than likely dealing with a bitter baby mama. Okay, this Jake, and the child's mother, they're more than likely no longer together, because I think he said that he was paying child support. Okay, and the baby mama, she's probably, in her feelings. Okay, she's probably feeling a certain way towards this Jake because they're no longer together. They're probably no longer together due to the fact that this, that this baby mama, was probably being a demon. She was probably being wicked. Okay, and the Jake, didn't want to deal with her wickedness anymore, and so as a result, they're no longer together. Okay, and so, the baby mama, she's in her feelings, okay, and she's feeling a certain way towards this Jake more than likely. Okay, and so as a result, okay, what she's doing is, she's preventing this Jake from seeing his children, and she's probably speaking bad about the Jake in front of the children. Okay, spewing out a bunch of negative energy, negativity about the Jake in front of the children. Okay, and so as a result, okay, this Jake's daughter is probably, feeling a certain way towards this Jake. Basically, what has happened is the baby mama has basically poisoned, okay, this Jake's daughter's mind, okay, into hating, okay, her dad. And that right there is just pure wrong. Okay, that is just wrong. And I know several Jakes that are actually going through this. Okay, Jakes that are actually trying to, be in their child's life, trying to be, a dad, trying to be a male role figure, in their child's life. But then you have a bitter baby mama, that's trying to prevent that from happening. All because, she's in her feelings because, that Jake didn't want to deal with her anymore due to the fact, that she's probably being a demon. Okay. And that's what this is. Okay. In this particular situation, how this Jake is explaining it, the baby mama is trying to prevent him from seeing the child. Okay. Basically, wanting to keep the child all to herself. Okay. More than likely, it's because, this Jake and the baby mama is no longer together. Okay. Again, probably because, probably because she was being a demon. Okay. And the Jake, just didn't want to the Jake got tired of dealing with her BS, okay? And so as a result, okay, of trying to get back at this Jake, okay, the baby mama is basically, feeding, okay, the daughter a bunch of negativity about, her dad, okay, causing the daughter to, resent the dad, and that right there is just pure wrong. That is just wrong on all levels, because, children need their dad, okay? Children need that male role figure in their lives, okay? And see, and as a result of, a lot of children not having their dad in their lives, or not having, a male role figure in their lives, okay, you have a lot of boys that grew up and they become very emotional, like women and whatnot, okay? You have a lot of boys, okay, that turn to the Mo agenda, okay? They become effeminate, okay? And as a result of, a girl not having a dad in her life, okay, a lot of times, they'll turn to the thought community, okay? They'll basically, bounce around from rod to rod, taking a ride on the car carousel. This happens, okay? In a lot of cases due to the fact that there's no dad or there's no man or male role figure in that child's life, okay? And in many cases, okay, you're having bitter baby mamas, that's preventing, okay, that man from being in that child's life. And again, that is just pure wrong, okay? And see, with this bitter baby mama, trying to get at this Jake by trying to turn his child against him, it's not only, hurting the Jake, okay, but it's also hurting the child as well, okay? Because again, okay, that child needs a father, okay? That child needs a male role figure in their lives, okay? And you got a bitter baby mama that's preventing that, okay? And this is more than likely what's happening, okay, in this particular situation, okay? More than likely what's happening, and again, that is just pure wrong. And I know several Jakes that are going through this, okay, with baby mamas, okay, that are, mad at them or that baby mama's in their feelings because, that Jake, no longer wants to deal, with that, that baby mama's BS anymore. She was being a demon, okay, and he just said to hell with it. I'm saying, but he's still trying, so they're no longer together, but he's still trying to be involved in his child's life. But then that baby mama, is trying to prevent that from happening, to try to get back at that Jake, to try to hurt that Jake. That is just pure wrong, okay? Because again, it's not only hurting the Jake, it's hurting the child as well, okay? And so, I saw this video right here, and I just thought that I would do a quick lesson on it. I'm going to go ahead and bring out a few scriptures, and then we'll end the lesson. Okay, the first scripture I want to go to is in the book of Deuteronomy, and this is chapter 28, and this is verse 56. And it reads, "The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter." Okay, and see, this happens amongst our people quite often, okay? You'll have, the women that will have an evil eye towards that Jake, and in many cases that woman will be rebellious towards, Jake, not wanting to listen to him, wanting to try to rule over him, and that woman will, in many cases will use children to try to get her way with Jake, either by threatening to take the children and leave, or she'll, speak negative about the Jake in front of the children, and then have the children feeling a certain way, okay, about that Jake, okay, and having the children, basically, resenting and disrespecting the Jake, okay. This happens quite often, okay, amongst our people, okay. And see, and then here it is also in many cases, you'll have Eve, she would threaten to call the police on Jake, okay, and have Jake removed from the home, if she can't have her way with him, okay, or if she can't get her way, okay, this happens, okay. I actually know people that have experienced this, I've actually seen this happen, okay. This is I actually have some family members that this has happened to, okay. But this curse falls upon many of our people, and many of our women, will have an evil eye, towards Jake, okay. And in many cases, a lot of our women will, like to keep a bunch of hell going, okay. And as a result, okay, Jake in many cases will, leave because, he's gotten sick and tired of putting up with Eve's wickedness or her BS, okay? And then here it is, Eve in return, she'll get bitter, because Jake left, and then she will, try to stick Jake on child support, okay, or sometimes try to keep Jake from seeing the children. As you heard, this man was saying, that's happening to him in this particular video, okay? And then here it is. I mean, in many cases, Eve, she would try to cause the children to hate, the father by speaking negative about the man, to the children, all because she's trying to hurt that man, okay, and make that man's life miserable because, he left, okay, because he got sick and tired of dealing with her BS, okay? This happens quite often amongst our people. Let's read this again. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 56 again. It says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. Okay? And see, many of our women, they have an evil eye towards their seeds as well. Our seeds as well, okay? Our sons and daughters. Okay, and again, okay, when Eve, tries to prevent, the children from seeing their dad, or she's trying to cause the children to hate their dad by speaking negative about him, not only, as I had mentioned earlier, is she hurting that Jake, okay, but she's also hurting those children, okay? Because again, children need their dad, okay? Children need that male role figure in their lives, okay? And as I had mentioned earlier, in many cases, when boys don't have a male role figure or a dad in their lives, the boys, they become very emotional, okay? A lot of times the boys, they'll become effeminate, okay? Little girls, they become wild and they want to, jump from this man and that, to that man, basically taking a ride on a cock carousel. This happens, okay? It says her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom and toward her son and toward her daughter. Okay, and see, here it is. Many of our women, they like to run down to Planned Parenthood, okay, and unalive our seeds. That right there is just pure wicked as all outdoors, okay? And see, here it is, Esau, okay, he gives these women, rights to do these type of things, okay? And see, and this is why we got to get the hell up out of Babylon the Great, okay? Because everything is totally out of order over here, okay? And see, this devil Esau has really played a role, in, trying to keep our families divided and broken, okay? Okay, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, and this is chapter 42, and this is verse 13. And it reads, for from garments cometh a moth, and from women wickedness. Okay, and see, anytime you have a woman, okay, that's speaking negative, about the child's father, she's doing that, to the child, that is just pure wrong and wicked as hell. Okay, especially, if that man is trying to do right by those children, if that man is trying to be, involved, okay, in those children's lives, but then you got a wicked woman that's bitter and she's speaking negative about that man in front of the children or to the children, that is just pure wicked as all outdoors, okay? And see, when you, having, bitter baby mamas that, are trying to prevent, men from seeing their child, and trying to cause that child to resent that man by, speaking negative about that man, to the child, that is just pure wrong. Okay, and the Most High is going to deal with these wicked women that are doing this. Okay, the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to destroy, okay, these wicked women that are out here, doing this, because this is just pure wrong. Okay, this is Lamentations, and this is chapter 4, and this is verse 3. And it reads, even the sea monsters draw out the breast, they give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness. Okay, and see, many of our women have become cruel, okay, because trying to prevent a man from seeing his children, especially, again, as I was saying, that man is trying to do right by those children, trying to be involved in those children's lives, okay, and then that woman, she's feeling a certain way about that man, probably because they're no longer together, okay, and she's trying to hurt that man by trying to prevent that man from seeing his children or trying to, turn the children against the man, that right there is just cruel, okay? And that is just wicked as hell, okay? Just pure wicked, and see, and she's being cruel towards the man, okay? And, that man's children, as well, because, again, okay, the children, they need, their dad, okay? They need a father in their lives. They need a male role figure in their lives, okay? And whenever, as I had mentioned earlier, whenever there's no man in the home, in many cases, okay, you'll have sons, okay, that usually grew up emotional, okay, and you'll have, daughters that are usually, become broken, okay, or they'll get ran through by different men, okay, and see, and in many cases, this type of behavior is passed down, and then it just becomes a cycle. Okay, this is Titus, and this is chapter 2, and this is verse 3. And it reads, the aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not giving too much wine, teachers of good things. Okay? And see, many of our women, are doing the total opposite of what's mentioned in the scripture. Okay? Many of our women have become, unholy, and false accusers, by trying to turn a man's children against him by spewing out a bunch of madness and negative energy and lies. Okay? All because they're trying to hurt that man. Okay? And that right there, again, that's just pure evil is all outdoors. Okay? It's just pure evil, and it's definitely, and doing these type of things, these evil things, is definitely not a teacher of good things, because, it can cause that child to, resent and disrespect their father. Okay? And that's totally going off, But again, this happens quite often amongst our people. Okay, this is Micah, and this is chapter 7, and this is verse 10. Okay, and it reads, then she, that is my enemy, shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Okay? And see, any woman that's, trying to, keep a man from, seeing his children, possibly because she's either bitter because, they're no longer together and she's trying to hurt that man, by preventing him from, seeing his children. That is just pure wicked as all outdoors. Okay? That's just pure wicked, And you have men of our women that are doing these things. Okay? All because, them and that man are no longer together probably because, she was being wicked and rebellious and that man, he got sick and tired of dealing with her BS. And so, as a result, they're no longer together. And that woman, she's feeling a certain way. And so therefore, she's trying to hurt that man by either preventing him from seeing his children or trying to turn his children against him. Again, that is just totally going off. Okay? And see, and women that are doing these type of things, these women, they don't fear the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Because if they did, they wouldn't be doing these type of things. They would be in order. Okay? And see, these type of women that are doing these wicked and evil things, very soon, as I was saying, they don't fear the Lord, but very soon they're going to fear the Lord. Okay? But it's going to be too late for them. Very soon shame is going to cover these proud and wicked women that are out here, doing these wicked things. Okay? They're going to be destroyed over here in Babylon the Great. Men of our women over here in Babylon the Great, they're going to be trodden down, okay? And they're going to be destroyed on this side. And you just have to stand on the truth and call it like it is, Okay, this is going to be my last scripture. And this is in the book of Wisdom of Solomon. This is chapter 14, and I want to start in verse 9. And it reads, for the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High. Okay, and as I had mentioned earlier, this devil Esau has played a major role in keeping our families divided and destroyed. Okay? And as a result of this, this devil Esau, being wicked and whatnot, the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua hates this devil. Okay? Because Esau's ungodly. Okay? He pushes out all types of wicked enchantments and philosophies. Okay? He puts all types of laws into place to try to basically keep our families, broken down and destroyed. Okay? And to try to keep the woman at odds against the man. Okay, this devil Esau has a great judgment coming to him very soon, Lord willing. Wisdom of Solomon, this is chapter 14, and this is verse 10. And it reads, for that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Okay, and see, with that being said, the 2/3 of our people, okay, which includes women, okay, these women that are out here being wicked and ungodly, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua hates them too because of their wickedness, okay? And see, and with that being said, this is why you're going to have a lot of our women, okay? They're going to fall over here in Babylon the Great, okay? Only the elect lady, okay? Only the elect man, lady, and children are going to be delivered out of Babylon the Great before that thermonuclear destruction comes, okay? And so that's pretty much the point. I'm going to go ahead and end off here. I hope it was edifying. Once again, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, and double honors and respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Kwame Yasharala and Abba Baba. Shalom.